Oh my God, thank you so much to the person who put this in here. I have been looking for this. I saw it when it first, when I was doing all this stuff in the very beginning, and then I could not find it anywhere. But I swear to God, in fact, I told people all the time that this was in there. But this is on the, so thank you so much. I have to go back and find out who did this, who told me about this. 33123. So, found a property, East 6th Street and South Washington, reporting a double-edged blade near a light pole. People have been stopping to look at it. Officers responded, unable to locate, no report. What do you mean, unable to locate? People have been stopping to look at it. Officers responded, unable to locate. Really? Interesting. What do you guys think about that? We've got the noise complaint. 500 block of Queen, reporting a loud noise from the central set of buildings. Another noise complaint. See, this is one of those ones I told you that has barely anything on it. So let me see if I can find the other one. And it's still, oh no, okay. So we've got the found property there. Okay, so we've got the Queen Road and the noise complaint off Jackson. Because I know there was something else on here. I don't know if it was a manhole. I don't remember, but there was something else on here that caught my eye too, but I don't remember. Let's see, communication problem. Another hang up. They were having a lot of hang-ups back during this. I don't know if it was the 911 wires crossed or what, but it was weird. Another, got a call, it's just RP calling saying he got a call from the Department of Justice. Wants to know if it was a scam. Interesting. I wonder what that was all about. I wonder who that person is. We'll have to go look that up. They actually have the address on there. That's crazy that they put their real address. Warbonot and Pullman, there's a collision that occurred on March 9th at this location. States she exchanged insurance information with other driver at the time. Well, that's kind of a long ways from the 31st. Winco, traffic violation, traffic offense, unable to locate. Here we go. There's one trespassing complaint that's at the University Inn, requesting a trespass for a disgruntled male who has been arguing with the staff and harassing a bartender. Officer responded, no report. That's interesting too. Washington Street and East 5th, 2 vehicle injury, non-injury. Report taken. Steiner, yep, we got that welfare check on his neighbor. I swear that's that little old lady, or that little, I think it's a little old lady. I think her husband passed away and she's by herself now, and I don't think she has proper care, obviously. Big Smoke. Is Big Smoke the name of that place where that guy did the interview on the girls when he talked about the stalker? I wonder if that's Big Smoke. Anyway, he reported a car accident in the parking lot. I got a VIN number, inspection on a white 2009 Toyota Tundra. Another VIN number on a Honda four-wheeler. There we go. That's what we've been looking for, that one. Okay. That's good. And then an overdose. Yep. On police here. I knew there was a bunch on here that I was looking at. Thank you so much to the person who put this in there. I'm going to pop your name in here. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to go find you before I even get done with this video. An overdose on Palouse. So that's a law EMS and fire. And this was on that March 31st. January, March. Yeah, March 31st. So I'm trying to think of, there's something else I'm trying to remember, and I can't remember. Something that was connected to all of this stuff. Harassment, yell and derogatory insult at the RP off Jefferson. Now that's Jefferson Street. That's the one I told you I've been looking for. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe this is part of what that guy, when he's hit. There was, so I would look this thing up. There was a guy that was beating up his girlfriend, and he had a bunch of different things on the Jefferson, and it was the address. So I'm gonna have to go look that up. other law enforcement calls. It's wants to talk about traffic laws. That when Brian got pulled over. I want to teach someone about the traffic law. It's I know, I'm not going to say it because everybody, I know certain people would be like, 600 block of Police River, black and dark gray pickup parked in a no parking zone. Hit and run occurred 5 minutes ago. Don't know where they are. Down on Main Street. Down on Main Street. Washington has male on a rooftop balcony in this area who is crying and yelling. Can't understand what he's saying. Wow. Yeah, this was definitely a day. Suspicious person at the Dollar Tree reporting a male in the store looking in the office with a safe. That's never good. Wow. And yeah, welfare check, Palouse River. Back to Palouse River. Okay, let's look in here and see what happened before that. Okay, there's a pickup truck over there. Plus there was something before that, I think. Wasn't there? Yeah. The overdose. Yep. Okay. So we've now got Palouse again. A welfare check. Female walking in the area, sobbing loudly, tried to interact with nearby adults, and they kept saying everything was fine. Officer responded, no report. So it's probably the person whoever is affiliated had the overdose. Oh my goodness. We're gonna have to see if there's anybody that maybe passed away like around that time. I know he's complained off White Avenue. They've been going on for a long time. The brother asked the neighbors to quiet down, and they told him no. Dang. Trespassing complaint off of Almond. Officer requested a report taken. So I just really think, I really believe in my heart's heart. I feel bad for the guy. I mean, it's obvious that he's got some issues with shooting up the town like he did, but I really think that he is got a little more issues than what they're letting on to his issues being, in my opinion. And to follow these back, it's just nuts. Okay, well, I'm gonna go find you. I'm gonna find out who told me about this. Okay, be right back. Well, maybe. It might take me a minute. There she is. Thank you, Debbie Booth, 2956. You rock. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna do some I'm gonna go look in this area, because Debbie, there was so much more on there. Oh my gosh, there was a lot more on that day too. But the knife, I have been looking for that, by the way. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that you brought this up in here. So thank you very much. And same with my other the subs on here. I mean, they're awesome, and I go and look a lot of stuff up. So yeah, it's great. I love it. It's so cool. Anyway, thank you so much. I am going to do a few more on this around this time, since I'm already on that archive. So I might as well get the best out of it, right? Thank you. Okay, back to the drawing board, back to the Moscow police reports. Thanks so much. Since we're here, we'll go ahead and... Oh, don't tell me it just did that. Oh, man. It popped me down to another area. Doesn't usually do that. That's weird. Well, guess we're back this way again. It drives me nuts when it does that. Watch your eyeballs. I'm going to do 330. Oh, did it do it? Oh, man. See how jacked up they are with the way they list them on here? It just gets you, it's all wishy-washy. See, there it is right there. Don't go anywhere, little mister. Okay, this is a long one. This is a short one. Poop. Let me see if I can find the long one. I don't know why they do this. It's so bizarre. And maybe they just want you to hunt for it, or maybe... I always think that the ones like this are the ones to hunt for, because it's like there's something off on that day, or something crazy happened or something. But it's going to be down further, I think. So there's... But they're so random that you just can't... Is that the one I did or the other one? No, hold on, let me see. Oops, not that one. Okay, so they're all messed up on this one. Well, now I'll know to just scroll. I was going to say cruise and scroll at the same time. Crawl. That's a new word, you guys. A new word. Woo woo. We're going to crawl on down the road. Woo. Hey, I like making up new words. Yeah, there we go. So there you go. There's a hint right there for you guys. A little trick. So this is the day before they found the knife. Ah, look at this. Suspicious person circumstance. Anna Street in East 7th. She's out of town, and the Ring camera showed a male coming to his door. Oh, he's out of town. A male coming to his door and hanging around for a few minutes. Okay, now we're in some business here. Suspicious person on Logan. Someone is outside banging on the door. Seems like they're trying to get in. Report taken. So, Logan East, Suspicious person. Let me drive in South Mountain View. Reporting a truck working on a cable generator running. Officer responded, no report. Yeah, it should be like a utility truck, like a city truck, not just a... I mean, you don't work on wires, not just anybody. Harassment. Would like to speak to an officer about online harassment. Boy. See, you guys, it's just... It's ongoing. It's rampant. What's going on in this town? And I still need to find what code violations means. It's on B Street. I don't even know what those are. So area agency assistance, Southview Avenue. So the cop shop. VIN check for a 98 Ford Explorer, red one. Disabled vehicle. Doesn't say what it is. Traffic violation, not giving us anything. Okay, Paradise harassment. Being harassed for money. Officer responded, computer report on Paradise Creek Street. So someone was telling me there's like dorms down there. So it's all this right here is making me wonder if this is all like right, pretty soon afterward people are like freaking out because they hadn't caught. Wait a second, no, this is marked. Yeah. No, of course they had. Okay, so, but I still think people are just getting nervous, and it's just like the ones that actually did it are just like, I don't know, feeling the pressure, man. Oh, what is this? Bike in the alley's been locked up since last fall. Reporting party called about it last fall, but it's still there. What? It's been a year? And they called about it and they didn't do nothing about it. I mean, are these the laziest cops out there or what? I mean, they don't write reports and they don't they don't retrieve bikes when they're called on them. Wow, whoever that is, just unlock it. It'll be gone in probably an hour. It'll be gone before tomorrow. Put it that way. So we got a driver's license suspended off Main Street. Report taken. Got in trouble for that one. Warrant arrest. Block East 4th. Warrant arrest. So I wish we could look back on those, but Almond Street. Report taken. Suspended license. Public program. Now these, so at the university, so these are, I think, the cop talks, the public programs, and I think they go in when there's I think they go in when there's something going on that they need to talk to them about. But and I kind of, so I don't know, I don't like calling her the panty girl, but everybody knows what that video is. So the one where it was the body cam. Anyway, the officers talked to, have you had your talk or your, I don't remember what they called it, but something where they talk with an officer and they tell, they go through all the spiels of, locking your car or whatever, because she had her car broke into, right? So it's something like that, but it's not always about the car. I think it's whenever there's something going on in the area and they need to address it. So upon Nez Pierce, there's a welfare check. meaning that they had to go check on someone on Nez Perce Drive, which is where the fraternities are, and that's I think the Sigma Chi is like 730 or something like that. 738. I don't remember exact address, but I think it's in the 700s, I believe. A disabled vehicle on Troy and White. Abandoned white 4-door Buick, older model, unoccupied, sitting in the middle of the roadway. Just sitting in the middle of the roadway, no big deal. We'll just have, we have disposable cars. They must have a heck of a freaking yard that they put these things in. Where do they put them when they go get them? They must have a ton of them. The amount of vehicles that are here could supply, one in my town could supply everybody a vehicle with the amount I've reported on here. It's nuts. They've got a substance control problem. Thinks they're adults smoking marijuana with a minor. This one's always in here. There's a lot of them on this one. But I don't know. Usually I think it's in the dorms though. So this is a little bit different. It's on East D. Stray animals. 2 dogs running in the grassy area off Blake Avenue and Taylor. So they're running over in Banfield is what they're saying. Blake Avenue. So I wonder. Too bad they didn't describe him, because we're looking for the pit bull, right? I wonder if it was the pit bull running and the black and white collar, the border collie. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Welfare check off Warwood. A male in the parking lot for the last few hours. Tried to contact, and male was sleeping but did not wake, but wouldn't talk to RP. Male is still in the car and back asleep. I'm tired. Took her. Probably been partying all night. Extra patrol off this Palouse. Extra patrol off. See, I told you guys, this Palouse area. That's why when that video I saw that of Santa and I made that video, I wasn't saying that she was doing anything wrong. I was concerned about the area she was working in because of the nefarious things that go on in this area, and her being there, working there, and being seen, and who knows? Utility problem. Water coming in through the light fixtures. Ooh, that's not good. Ooh, that's really bad. I hope they turned off the main switch on that one. Well, geez, I don't even know if I touch it actually with something like that. That's an interesting question. Is there an electrician out there that has an answer? If water is coming through your light fixtures, should you go turn your breaker off? It seems like you would, but it seems like there'd be electric coming through there, and it seems like it might be dangerous. It might be a hazard. I'm not sure. That's a good question. So, yeah. Yeah, that's a good thing. I just called the cops and had them go do it. They didn't show up, though, so it looks like it doesn't say there's a report or anything. And it doesn't say there's no report. But usually it'll say that an officer responded, but... wouldn't that be horrible? The officer said, oh, no, just go ahead and go turn your breaker off. Oh, jeez. And it was not the best thing to do. So there's... Wait a second, is that the same street? Okay, oh shoot. I was thinking, don't tell me there's a welfare check now on the same street, but that was on louder, so keep that in mind. Troy, block of Troy, suspicious person walking down the street with a shopping cart full of groceries. No groceries in bags, and afraid he stole them. Oh my God. That probably did it, that makes sense. Although when our town went, first they went plastic bag, so there was no plastic, the carry shopping grocery bags, and they went to paper. And at first I think paper was free, then it was not. I think it's like 5 cents each is what it is, but the paper was terrible. It ripped out. It was horrible. But there's still counties where I live where they'll change it and you won't know, so you'll go, maybe shopping in that area or something, and you'd get up there and it's like, oh geez, and then it just ticks me off. It just ticks me off so bad, because usually I have a ton of bags at home, and I usually have a few in the car, so it's like, well, I want to leave my groceries there and run to the car and get it. It's just a pain in the butt. So that's what makes me think this one right here would have been me walking out with a shopping cart full of groceries with no bags. I'd be like, I'm not paying for your damn bag. I usually do, but that's what made me laugh on that one. My little story. Okay, noise complaint off Taylor. Loud party. People are partying, but not going on forever. Have seen people in groups going in and out of the house. Yep, that's what happens over there. A lot. Stray animals pollute the nursery. Cows loose in the area. Caller wouldn't give further information. Cows loose in the area. Move over. Okay, so it was the 31st. There's some on here too, so let's go back to the see if it takes us there real quick. Okay, we gotta wait for a minute, let it do its thing. It should pop down there. Okay, good. Let's see. Let's do the 29th. It'll let us do it. Ooh, sometimes it won't do it. I should have waited for a minute. I will do it now. It's gonna take me there. Oh, see, it went to 121.20. Oh, no, I don't want that one. Oh. Take me back to where I was, please. No, he says, because you clicked on this one, you gotta take it now. Take it. Okay, I'm gonna pause you for a minute. I'm gonna scroll. Okay, there it is. 29th. Okay, we're gonna go just going backwards here. Palouse Creek got blackmailed online. Yep, like I said, it's happening. I'd forgotten about this time zone that was really quite active, put it that way. Citizen Assist on Grant said he was drinking alcohol 4 hours ago and now he wants to drive home, but his friends are refusing to give him his keys because he says he's intoxicated. He's hoping an officer can come give him breathalyze him so his friends will give him his keys. That's pretty funny. That's pretty cool. I would love to see that video. I'd love to see actually if he blew. I mean, if he made it okay, or if he, Ooh. Alright, this is one I remember too, on Willenta Drive. Reporting that a drone has been flying over their house recently and is currently there now. I always wondered if that was JLR when I was first... But, you know dang well that there was tons of people doing that at that time, I would think. But that also brings me back to the post I made just recently about Wilson and his flamethrower, because at the very end of that video he blows it up in the air, the flamethrower up, and you don't know what he's shooting at, right, or what he's throwing flames at, but all of a sudden you see a drone drop to the ground. That's kind of funny, actually. So yeah, that was on Willenta, which makes sense because of people dressing in the mowings up on the hill there. Extra patrol off of Rayburn. That's where the library is, off of Rayburn Street. So, extra patrol over there, huh? Wheel locks. Still want to see those. Let's see, controlled substance. Neighbors believe there's marijuana. Yep, it's coming through the vents and it's really affecting her and her children. Yeah, that's not cool. Not cool at all. Yeah, because I mean, you can get contact high with something like that for sure, especially children. I mean, actually anybody could, but especially children. I mean, it would suck too if you were like in a building like that and you were, that was happening, and say you had a job where they tested you for drugs and stuff like that, periodic, like sometimes they do it randomly, sometimes they like a monthly thing, sometimes they do it like just when they feel like it, like if you're acting weird sometimes too. And that would suck if like someone like that happened to someone. That happened to a friend of mine who was actually had eaten those poppy seed muffins, and they had a UI that came back bad, and they're like, oh wait a minute, I didn't, they weren't people that did anything like that, and I don't remember what happened. I don't remember what the outcome was. I know they fought it, but I don't remember what happened. But yeah, it's like, and that's like one of her favorites too. The muffins, that was like her favorite actual muffin to eat. So I like them too. I like the lemon poppy seed ones. They're so good. So we got a suspicious person on the 1400 block of South Blaine. She was just shopping. She believes that all the employees are high. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, that's crazy. Wow, she was just shopping and she believes all the police are lying. Officer responded, no report. Wow, I wonder where she was shopping at. Yeah, that's crazy. A fraud. That town of 200 block Ashbury lobby reporting that she has been scammed out of money when trying to rent an apartment. Says the scammer was saying he sent a key, but RP never received a report taken. Wow. So this off Ashbury, that is interesting. Oh, I heard something about that. What was that? Oh, it's going to drive me nuts now. Oh, dang it. Well, if I think about it, I'll never remember where this is, put it that way. Oh man, I hope I remember it. Anyway, found property off South Main and Troy. So, found property. So isn't that where that knife was just... Oh, I'll have to go back and look. Where the knife was down, right down that area. So let me see. So if you think... Okay, that's interesting because... remember the guy, the call that came in for the 911 call that was like a 3 different, like the third party call where something girl called this one because there was her boyfriend called her about some drunk guy in the bar. Well, the Moose Lodge which is literally right next door to the Corner Club. Speaking of that, I had to tell you, there is a report, new one coming out, like I don't remember which day, I think 29th, 30th, something like that, that says that everybody in the Corner Club was highly intoxicated, and so was the bartender. So it's kind of interesting, huh? That would be a good report to get. Oh, that would be a really good one. Ooh, I wonder if they'll give it up. Oh, I'm gonna try it. Traffic hazard. Traffic is backed up very badly in this area off the main street. Maybe they're all stopping to look at that double-edged blade. So we've got a fraud off Main. Boy, Main's getting hit down here. Lobby reporting that since selling his business, someone has opened a credit card account in his name. Oh, that's not good. Not good at all. That would suck. Traffic violation. Vehicle weaving all over the place. Right down on Main again. That Main Street's popular. And then the police have got some more VIN inspections, so 2 more cars they need checked. Make sure they're not stolen. For all the amount of cars that are just left around, there sure are a lot of stolen ones. I mean, a lot of VIN checks. I don't know if they're stolen or not, but, you know, people are concerned about it, obviously. Other law enforcement calls. University of Idaho wants to talk to an officer about gun laws on campus. Ooh. Yeah, because they do have the gun checks and stuff that come in and out of there. Threatening on Washington. Semi-threatening stalking messages. RP has asked them to stop contacting her and has already reported it. RP just found out somebody is now messaging RP's friends. So this is a part that concerns me here. You've got Kaylee saying she had a stalker, right? And there have been so many stalking reports, and some of them have been pretty scary. So it just makes me, I mean, I really wonder if they really check into these people. And how would you do that? Like, well, they've got to have their ways where they would do something like that. I mean, but I just look at no report. Come on, someone is being threatened and being stalked, and there's no freaking report. What the heck is wrong with them? That's wrong. Stray animals, a loose dog running up and down the street, in and out of traffic, unable to locate. People. Trespassing complaint, Lily Street. Colleague was showing strange behavior. Huh. Colleague. So interesting when they call him a colleague. Makes me think like they work in an office, like you just don't call your friend a colleague, you know what I mean? I mean, I don't anyway. Oh yeah, meet my colleague here. Like, it just seems weird. I don't know if I've ever even used that word to introduce anybody with. In fact, I'm pretty dang sure I haven't. Traffic violation off Pullman Road. Following vehicle stopped in the middle of the intersection at Warburton and West Pullman, and then stopped in the intersection at West Pullman and Line. Probably a old. I don't know if you guys have ever been. Okay, so when I lived in this other town, a little ways from me now, there was a place called Panorama City, and it was a place for older people. You know, before they like go into a full-fledged home. I mean, actually, they might even had one there on that whole area, because it's a big area. But there's a four-way stop with just the flashing light before they have, like, you know, the roundabouts, which I don't even know if that's a good idea to put a roundabout there either. But you always knew when there was an old person in a car at that four-way stop, which there usually was, because you could see this car just inching up, just moving slow, but just going slow, slow, slow. And you know that as soon as that person figured that they got to that, you know, where the stop sign was, they could just keep going, because it was damn straight their turn at that point, because they'd gone slow enough. And every single time it was an older person, so you know, you just watched out. If you saw a car inching up, you better just, if you think it's your turn, it's not. It's their turn. Put it that way. Little people. Public program off Elm Street. That's a weird public. That's a weird place to have it over there. Was it the other ones were called public programs, weren't they? Civil public. I don't remember. I think it was. Main Street, a traffic violation, stating cars are backing onto the road, waiting for so this is down where the Dutch Brothers is, where Kaylee worked as a barista at the coffee shop. And so, yeah. So, look, we're backing up. Not making that coffee fast enough. Let's see. Suspicious person off East 6th, 1100 block. Receiving phone calls this week from a number he doesn't recognize. When they called him in the past, they didn't leave a message. Today, they left a message that said, "You're going to die." Oh my God, you guys. That's really scary. I mean, that just made it felt like my heart just stopped. That was like really scary. And they think they got their man? Is that what they're thinking? .800 block of South Line Street. Theft. States his Vandal card was stolen today, sometime around 10:45. Not in Lost and Found. So someone's stealing those cards now too. So obviously that was like it was a student. I think. I mean, that's what it sounds like. Found a black and white box in there. You took it to the shelter of Pullman Road. People and your pets. People should not be allowed to have pets in this town. Literally, everybody should be banned, as far as I'm concerned. Then that wouldn't be a problem. There'd be no pets there, no big deal. No worries. Domestic dispute. If you want to have a cat or a dog and you really love them, you better move out of that town, because they're going to ban them. 1400 block of South Mountain View. Can hear a lot of screaming, swearing, and banging. There's Mountain View over there again. I wonder what kind of area. I might have to take a fly over that one to see sometime. Oh, up at the frat houses. I got a report that there is a camera possibly placed by media in this location. Camera is facing down towards Taylor Avenue and King Road. No report. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. So up by the frat, so it's up by the Sigma Chi. Reporting party got a report that there is a camera possibly placed by media at this location. Camera is facing down towards Taylor Avenue and King. Well, why? I mean, what makes them think it had to be media? Don't they think it could be possibly, someone that spies on people, stalks people, whatever? Just because they're in a fraternity and they're in school, it doesn't mean they're there's bad people everywhere, put it that way. But this reminds me of one of the reports I'm going to be reading here shortly from the end of this month. And they did find, someone did report a camera they saw, and the camera was pointing towards the window at this house across the street or something like that. Something nefarious like that. Oh, boy. So Main Street, another civil call. Doesn't say what it is. We got suspicious person on Ashbury. Female outside screaming and talking about Jesus. Standing on the porch. Has happened before. Ashbury and Almond must have... I mean, I'm just getting a lot of crazy things going on down there. Harassment on Idaho Avenue, which I think also there's some fraternities over there. I said her daughter has been receiving packages that have been scaring her. First package was received on Valentine's Day, and her daughter got a notification that another package is supposed to be delivered tomorrow. I wonder what's in those packages, you guys. I mean, they've been scaring her, right? Oh, man. Malicious mischief. Actually, you know, I have a story about that. That actually freaked. I had something like that happen to me when I was bartending years ago, and I kept getting, like, things would end up in my car, like really cute things. I mean, like, when was it this cool stuffed animal with a cat? It was like a big white Persian fluffy one that like laid. I mean, it looked real. It was so cute. But it was like this, it was the last straw. You know, that cat was the last straw because that meant that that person knew me and knew what I liked, right? And so, and that was like the other stuff too. It was the same thing. And it just freaked me out. That was the last straw because I was getting in the car to go home, and they had put it up in the back window in the, on the, you know, the ledge, you know, where I had a hatchback at the time. So it's like the flat part that pulls, you know, there's like a cover you can pull that covers the trunk, you know, on a hatchback. So it was like laying up on that. And when I went to pull out, I saw it in the rearview mirror, and it scared the living crap out of me because it was white and fluffy, and so it was very visible. And I just ran back into the bar, and I was kind of in hysterics actually. And that's when, get this blew my mind. That's when the owner of the bar, who was a female, there was 4 owners of the bar, and they were all female. And she told me she was doing it, it took me way back. Like I was like, what? And at that point, you guys, I was so innocent with things like, especially back then. I mean, I didn't even know about things like that. Apparently, all of them that owned that bar, they were gay, which is, you know, great, fine with me, whatever. But I had no idea. In fact, too, people would tell me, you work at the gay karaoke bar, and I'm like, what are you talking about? They're not gay. And then come to find out like a year later, as I'm getting gifts in the back of my car. God, what a dork I was. I was so naive. Wow. No, I didn't date her. I don't date women, so. So, man, that was just nuts. She ended up, oh no, did she? Oh yeah, well, there was one girl actually, she ended up being a bartender there that she did date, but you could tell she was definitely into women. Yeah, harassment, 500 block of, strange. Okay, so that's why that kind of freaked me out right there, because it freaks a person out, especially when you don't know who it is, and especially if it's something that, you know, that's you, right? So they know you. Ugh. So we got a malicious mischief off the 6th. Law, fire, EMS responded, no report. So it had to be a doozy. All right, let's keep going. And we'll go up to an hour on this one if we have to. We've got 3 in now, so let's go back to, okay, so let me go down to the bottom here. So maybe that's what makes it go back to that spot. Okay, let it just do its thing here momentarily. Get us back there. There you go. We'll stay here. Don't pop nowhere else. Just keep us there. Okay. So 328, right? Is that what we're doing? Damn it. Oh my gosh, it drives me crazy when it does that. You think it's done, and it's not. And then it takes you back somewhere where you don't want to be. So I'm going to pause you again so I don't waste recording time. Okay, we got the 328 warrant arrest off Peterson Drive. 1:43 in the morning. 2 people dumpster diving in the parking lot. Officers responded and arrested 1 on a warrant. Oh, that man. Now that... Can you imagine being in a dumpster and dumpster diving and you end up being arrested? I know it is a offense. I know it's like you can get arrested for it, but having a warrant, I mean, come on, you know you're going to get, well, I guess it depends on which parking lot. If it was like somewhere, you know, out of the way, you might think you can get away with it, but got a welfare checkup on Indian Hills there, requesting a welfare check on a previous coworker that sent him a disturbing text message yesterday. Lots of disturbing messages going around here. So it just really, I don't know if it does you guys, but it just really makes me feel like they're trying to communicate without communicating because they're not supposed to. And so they're just, things are going on. Things happen to your body, to your brain, to your, you know, your mind, to your, you know, everything when you have something that is so, you know, as in possibly knowing about, you know, who did them or what happened that, you know, on November 13th, and it's just like holding stuff like that in is just toxic. It'll drive you mad, especially something like that. I can't even imagine. Property found, abandoned bicycles off Baker. So let's see, Baker. Yeah, that's pretty close. So abandoned bicycles under the stairwell that RP would like removed. Yeah, probably like stealing the bikes to get out of there quick, you know, and then abandoning them. So we've got Jackson Street trespassing. State's previous tenant was asked to leave but is refusing. Isn't actively a problem at this time, but the RP would like the previous tenant trespassed and removed. Yeah, well, welfare check off 100 block of Washington. Requested welfare check on his cousin. No report. Burglary alarm. Officers responded. Building secure. No report off Troy. Maybe one of the, I think, there's a lot of apartments and stuff out there, but there's also a lot of businesses around there. Oh, dog taken to shelter. Fraud. Up Van Buren. Frauds, lots of those going on too. Another animal. Ridge Road. Haven't heard that name in a while. Washington and East 5th. The ongoing issue with the dog poop in the street. Gun check. There's one of those gun checks I was telling you about. So it's at Perimeter Drive. So it must be a place like if they go hunting or whatever, they can bring they hold their guns there, like lockers or anyway, they're checking them in. It's a good thing to do, I think, but it's kind of interesting. Disorderly conduct on Main. Reporting there was a male that stands near the shop and constantly yells at cars. She owns a massage business and it just, no lie, and it disrupts her sessions. Yeah, no lie. Wants to know if they can talk to him about his noise level. Yeah, that would suck. I mean, you're trying to get a nice, relaxing massage, and next thing you hear, there's somebody out there yelling. That would not be good. No contact order off Adams. Paperwork needs to be delivered over there, so that's a protection order, basically. Another one off Adams. Papers need picked up and served. Okay, so, both of them. Wow. Wait, 2 of them? Wait a minute. Maybe one's got one on and one got one on the other, but I don't know how that happens. Paperwork needs picked up from the clerk's office, unless. Oh, maybe they just forgot they had called, or maybe they didn't want to wait any longer. They just did another one, or I don't know. Maybe there's 2. Who knows? 1000 block of 3rd. There's a large hawk that is stuck at this location. Thinks there's something on his feet preventing him from flying. Also transferred Fish and Wildlife. Oh, I hope they saved him. Hope they saved him. You know, it was crazy. I was driving home one day, and I got a frantic call from my sister, who I lived right, like, a few houses from her. And she's like, oh my gosh, I'm on so-and-so road, and that's the road I was heading down, right? So I saw her, and I stopped, and there was a red-tailed hawk that had flown, like, a little too low. Like, I think it was, like, maybe a baby, but boy, I'll tell you what, those aren't babies. But it seemed like it was younger. I had no idea how big those things are. I mean, they're enormous. And I felt so bad for it, but we did call they came out and got it. It was a Fish and Wildlife, and I believe they did save it. It was pretty cool. Let's see. Found a wallet in the park off 3rd Street. It was nice you turned it in. Suspicious person out Travois Way. Advising she is hearing noises. Could not articulate what type of noise. Yeah, that would be something else, huh? Someone with rabies. You know that's going to be my go-to, right? Welfare check. 600 block of Palouse. Case requested. See, there's that Palouse again. 600 block. Suspicious person off Pullman Road. No report. Found property. Found an iPhone off Jackson. There's a lot going on Jackson, too, at this time. Main Street. Good noise complaint. Very loud. Motor at the back of the building running. The bass of the music is also loud. Dang. Yeah, that's probably because they probably have to turn up that loud so they can hear it over the motor, huh? A welfare check on Allman. Flashers on a car for at least 5 minutes. RP would like it checked on. Yeah. Okay, we'll see if we can do one more. We'll see if we can get this thing to work this time. All right. We'll see. I'll let you go with me on this one. I almost hit the pause button, too. I'm going to wait extra long this time, because it's been tricking me, and it's been tricking me good. See, now it did that. Don't you do it again. Be good to me. Be good to me. You gonna let me go? Oh, look what it did. Oh my gosh. Why is it doing that? It's trying to aggravate me. All right, I'm pausing you again. And it did it. I must have blinked and it did it, because I didn't notice that it actually flipped back to that again. I mean, it had me in the right place at first, but usually when you go in there, you'll tap on something and it'll switch on you. I don't know why it's doing this. They need to fix their website. They probably know it's me. They're probably doing it on purpose. Okay, this is the 27th of March. Welfare check off Rodeo Drive. Welfare check for disoriented 911 caller. Officer responded, no report. Other law enforcement calls, we've got Sand Road. Concerned with the neighbor displaying odd behavior. I mean, okay, think about this. Have you ever called in a report? No, I had a 911 call where you said, hey, I got someone that's got some odd behaviors. There's someone that's weird, acting weird out here. Have you ever made a call like that? I mean, sometimes I'm sure there's things like that you need to do. But, my God, look how many are going on in this town. I mean, that's odd, don't you think? Sorry, I had to say it. Okay, accident, hit and run. Hawthorne Drive, reporting a hit between Friday and Saturday. Officer responded and took a report. Fraud on Travois Way again. Believes he may be scammed by the car dealer in Lewiston. In lobby for contact. Oh. I wonder what the car was like. I mean, like, how did they get scammed? Or interesting. Slonaker Drive. Slonaker. I haven't heard that name. Door hanger left. Animal noise complaint. Door hanger left. Oh, that's weird. Oh, did the cops leave like a thing on the door for a door hanger? This seems weird. Vagrancy, Mountain View Park. Concerned about an individual that is camping around town. Male subject is currently parked at Mountain View Park. Okay, so right here. Concerned about an individual that is camping around town. Okay, it's not, usually when there's a homeless person, in my experience, what I've seen is that usually they pick his place and stay there more than, from what I could tell anyway. But they're moving about, and that seems odd to me. No report though. I mean, it's more abnormal behavior off Pierce Drive, up there at the Frats again. Subject that is delayed and mentally unwell, currently aggressive, knocking on the door. Officer responded, 1 taken to Gritman, report taken. Dang, there's some crazy ones around this time, huh? Delayed and mentally unwell, currently aggressively knocking on the door. Wow. So Lenter Street requesting a civil standby. That's for like someone calls in, and a civil standby is like when they're going to be served or something like that, papers. So they just want to back up, like say like someone that's living with you is going to be served, and they're there and you're there too. That's when you would need one of those. Traffic hazard off Orchard. Complaint of a vehicle speeding and not stopping at stop signs. Yeah, that's a problem. I got a non-injury at Walmart. Just witnessed on video an unoccupied vehicle roll into another over 2 to 3 rows from main entrance. Officer responded, no report. An unoccupied vehicle. Are these vehicles just showing up on by themselves with nobody driving them? Now that's even scarier. Man, ghost cars. Eek. Trespassing complaint off Shelby Lane. Subjects trespassing in the RP's backyard. You can see it on the cameras. I bet you they had no cameras in the stores after the Idaho Ford thing. I bet you every camera was sold out. I know I would have went and got one ASAP. Trespassing complaint of Velch. Once his father-in-law trespassed from the property. Oh yeah. That's father-in-law. Yeah. Abandoned vehicle off Harrison. Vehicle has been parked for at least a month. Officer advised no report. Vehicle chalked and tagged for removal. I just, right after this happened, actually quite right after the Idaho Ford. So there was like a couple months and they were finding all these vehicles, and some of them were like, see, we hadn't seen Linda Lane yet, so we didn't know, any of that stuff. So a lot of those vehicles look like those. Okay, theft of automobile. No, wait, 2 vehicle accident first. Okay, so that was report taken of 6 Main and 6th Street. So then we have a theft down off Main Street. Missing a piece of equipment. Officer responded, missing it. That's not good. So, but I think it's not really a car. It says equipment. So maybe like a construction type equipment or something like that, like a tractor or like a forklift. I mean, something like that. Driving license suspended. Steiner arrested. Male. Hit and run. Was a victim of a hit and run. They think she may know who hit her. Needs dispatched. Ooh, good girl. Vagrancy off Gormley Park. That's a weird name. Appears there are several people, at least 2 tents, camping on the edge of the street near the trees by Patty's kitchen. No report. Unconscious person. Orchard Avenue. 46-year-old female, not conscious, breathing status unknown. Yikes. Police and EMS responded. No report. Usually they'll say if she was transferred or something, to Gritman or whatever, but .46. How did they know? So they must have known her. Citizen Assist, Farm Road. Their Best Western. Male in a wheelchair, and it tipped over. RP helped him get back up, but the handle that is used for steering fell into the storm drain. Oh my God. So this person in the wheelchair gets around town, farm. So they're out there. I think this person lives like out by the mountain view, because there was one report that he was high centered on something and couldn't get off. So all I can picture is this teeter-totter like wheelchair on this like big mound of dirt or something. I mean, I don't know who this is, but there's a lot of reports on this wheelchair. Got an abandoned vehicle on Lenter. It's been parked there for at least a year. A year. I don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't let a car be parked right near me for a year. Another unconscious person. Julie Drive. Officer requests EMS for unconscious subject. No report. Wonder if those are close together. Where's the other one? Orchard. And Julie Drive. I'll have to look those up. Ashbury, stating there's a male that is yelling at people. Well, that's the same guy, right? Deer Mountain Court reporting that he believes his vehicle was hit in the parking lot of Panda Express within the last hour. Well, traffic at Palouse Trailer Park, stating there's someone driving without a license. That must be a mother calling her kid or something. So we've got a theft at Mountain Lemmy Drive. Requested a case, and report was taken on that one. So wonder what they stole did. Domestic dispute at the University Inn. Multiple guests have reported the RP that there are people screaming and cussing in this room. Report taken. University Inn. So University Inn is a apartment building, but I think it used to be like a hotel, but they put it into apartments, so they're like hotel rooms, so they're like small. That's what it looks like to me anyway. Disorderly on Ridgeview Drive. Male screaming male screaming a few houses down and swearing. Sounds distressed. The male is screaming at people. Just be out of his mind a little bit there. Trespassing on 4th. There's a male sleeping upstairs in the hallway. Must be like another apartment type building type place. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this one off now here, and I'll start it back up because I'm gonna check this whole month out here. Looks pretty gnarly. Okay, thanks, Debbie. One more time. I will see you on the flip side. Have a great day. Thanks for listening.